I just finished watching a movie, The Quantum Activist, with Amit Goswami, and it was kind of interesting. I had hoped for something more from a real for real quantum physicist because I had watched a sort of a debate. I think it was yesterday, the day before, between Michael Shermer and Deepak Chopra and Sam Harris and another lady, mystical type person, and they were kind of going back and forth a little bit. And the people on the physicalist materialist side were accusing Deepak of not being a physicist, and so therefore he was not allowed to speak of non-locality and physics. And Deepak's going, oh, hey, I'm a medical doctor and I know about physics and blah blah blah. And so here this Ahmed Goswami, he is a quantum physicist, and he's talking basically the same kind of a thing, where consciousness is purported to be the ground of being, which is fine and great and wonderful, and I love that. God is everything, sort of a pantheism or panentheism. A problem arises, though, if it's a claim that is supposed to be a scientific kind of a claim, because with science, as I understand it, you got to have a ruler, and God is a great ruler. But how do you measure God? What kind of a ruler are you going to measure the ruler with? So that's a problem I see with consciousness as being the ground of being, as much as it may or may not be. Certainly, I would say it's the ground of perception, or I might say that if I thought I could get away with it, or it would mean something, if I wanted to prove something. But how is, from a scientific point of view, how am I going to go about measuring consciousness? What's the flicker rate? What's the refresh rate of the frames to show that it's digital or it's analog? And I think that's a problem, to get down to the Planck length or below the Planck length, into quantum space, quantum gravity, quantum this, that, and the other thing, quantum consciousness. What's the measurement? What's the ruler? How can an experiment be done on it? And then, if it's possible, that might be good, and to move from a top-down or a middle into a Mobius kind of a loop track to get back from cosmic consciousness to quantum physics, that would be good. Quantum activism, yeah, I think that's great. I was also reminded of Wayne Dyer, and he apparently had a miraculous healing of leukemia, and I believe what he said is true, with Dr. John or somebody performing the operation. Amazing stuff. And so the anecdotes are plentiful, but for it to be scientific, I think that's the goal with a theory of everything, is the theory needs to knit all of these levels and layers from physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, sociology, planetary consciousness, cosmic consciousness, on back to quantum levels or some other kind of intermediate steps, so that there is this continuity in the theory that from any level, even though there are emergent phenomena, as difficult as it might be to move from an emergent phenomenon back to that from which it emerged, well, maybe that's the problem. Except that if consciousness is said to be that from which things emerge, how does or do quanta emerge from consciousness? Well, the consciousness only people might suggest it. Well, it's non-duality, and okay, I can go with that. I can see how subject-object emerge simultaneously, but how to wedge a ruler into that, a micrometer or a beam balance, how to get the motes out of our eyes to be able to see right through that kind of a situation. So that's kind of a game for me. I was having a dream earlier today, taking a nap, dreaming about empty city and how to get out of this empty city, a mountain, empty mountain, something like that. And I woke up thinking that, oh yeah, I could do that, but then what? What about all the people that are still here? and out came a sort of a bodhisattva kind of a spirit. And so here I am.